Hi students, today we are going to study exercise 10.4. Introduction of this exercise we already completed in previous video. Those who are not watched, please watch that video. Then now we can start. Question number 1, find magnitude of A cross B. In here A vector equal to I minus 7j plus 7k and B vector equal to 3I minus 2j plus 2k. A vector and B vector given. We have to find out magnitude of A cross B. In previous video, that is introduction of exercise 10.4, we already discussed how can find out cross product, isn't it? Anyway, in here we will use determinant method. First we can write which are things given. Two vectors given, isn't it? First we can write that vectors. A vector equal to I minus 7j plus 7k and B vector is 3I minus 2j plus 2k. First we will find out A cross B. Magnitude afterwards we can find out. A vector cross B vector equal to different two methods we can use. Then determinant method is very easy. Determinant of, in first row we will write I, j, k. In second row we will write scalar component from A vector. In here which number is there? Scalar component of I is 1. In here minus 7, next 7. In third row we will write scalar component of second vector, that is B vector. Scalar components are 3 minus 2, 2. We can take a determinant. First I vector into, leave it first row and first column. Then remaining numbers minus 7, 7, minus 2, 2. Then cross multiple minus 7 into 2, minus 7 into 2. Then commonly we will use 1 minus. Then minus 2 into 7, minus 2 into 7. Just like minus 7 into 2, then commonly we will write 1 minus, then next part minus 2 into 7. The next term, starting always plus, isn't it? Then next will be minus, next will be plus. Minus j. How can minus j? Here minus will come, plus, minus, plus, again minus, plus, like that, like alternatives, isn't it? Then minus j. Leave it second column and first row. Then remaining 1, 7, 3, 2. This 4 numbers only remaining, isn't it? Then take cross multiple 1 into 2. Then common minus 3 into 7. Then last plus k. Leave it third column and first row. The remaining numbers are 1, minus 7, 3, minus 2. Cross multiple 1 into minus 2. Commonly we can write 1 minus 3 into minus 7. Equal to I vector minus 7 into 2, minus 14, plus minus and minus plus 2 into 7, 14, minus j into 1 into 2 is 2 minus 3 into 7, 21, plus k vector 1 into minus 2 is minus 2, minus into minus plus 3 into 7, 21, equal to, what will get this part? This part will be 0 only, isn't it? Plus 14 minus 14, 0. Then in here 2 minus 21, minus 19. Minus 19 into minus j is plus 19j. in here 21 minus 2 is plus 19. Okay. This is our A cross B vector, isn't it? What is our question? We have to find out magnitude. A cross magnitude of A cross B equal to square root of 19 square plus again 90 equal to, you can see in here 19 square 2 times repeated, isn't it? That 19 square just take outside, then remaining in here 1 plus in here also 1 equal to square root of 19 square, the square and square root cancel, then remaining only 19, then square root of in here 2. This is our answer. Then magnitude means the length of this vector, isn't it? Length means we have to write units. This is our answer. Just pause the video or write down in your notebook. Question number 2. Find a unit vector perpendicular to each of the vector A plus B vector and A minus B vector, where A vector equal to 3i plus 2j plus 2k and B vector equal to I plus 2j minus 2k. Then our question, we have to find out perpendicular vector. How to find out perpendicular unit vector we need? When you study cross product, one vector, this is A vector, another vector B vector. If you find out A cross B vector, one answer you will get, isn't it? What is the direction of that A cross B vector? That is perpendicular to A vector and B vector, opposite side also. For understanding, look, if you consider this is one vector, our A cross B vector will be just outside, otherwise going inside. If you consider this like means, what is the angle between this resulted vector and A vector? In here 90, in here also you will get 90 degree, isn't it? Then A cross B, if you find out, you will get one perpendicular vector only. The direction of A cross B is perpendicular. Then in here we have to find out not perpendicular to A and B vector. We have to find out perpendicular vector of A plus B vector. If you consider first vector is A plus B vector, then second vector, this vector is A minus B vector. Then find out cross product of A vector plus B vector cross A minus B vector. If you find out, you will get one perpendicular vector in here. Then after we can find out unit vector also, isn't it? Then first step, A plus B we can find out. Then after we will find out A minus B. Then cross product we can take. Given A vector equal to 3i plus 2j plus 2k and B vector equal to I plus 2j minus 2k. Already given both vectors. A plus B vector first we can find out, that is 3i plus 2j plus 2k plus B vector is I plus 2j minus 2k equal to, we can add corresponding terms, that is 3i plus I, 4i, 2j plus 2j, 4j, 2k minus 2k, that will be 0, isn't it? No need to write. Next, a vector minus b vector. A vector is 3i plus 2j plus 2k minus b vector is I plus 2j minus 2k. We can subtract 3i minus I is 2i, 2j minus 2j, that will be 0, no need to write. Then 2k minus minus plus 2k, that will be 4k. We need perpendicular vector of these two vectors, isn't it? So we will find out cross product. A plus b cross a minus b equal to, which method we will use? We will use a determinant method, plus I, j, k. Then from first vector component, scalar components are 4, no k means we can write 0. Next, from a minus b scalar component 2, j is 0, therefore equal to I into, leave it first column, first row, 4 into 4, directly we can write 16 minus 0 into 0, 0. Then minus j vector, because in here plus, next will be minus only, isn't it? Then leave it second column, first row, then 4 into 4, 16 minus 2 into 0 is 0. Plus k vector, plus minus, next plus only, isn't it? Leave it third column, first row, then remaining 4 into 0 is 0 minus 2 into 4, 8 equal to 16 I vector minus 16 j vector, in here minus 8 k vector. We got cross product. This is one vector only, but our question is find unit vector. How to find out unit vector means, first find out magnitude of this vector, magnitude of a cross a plus b cross a minus b equal to square root of, and here 16 square plus minus 16 square plus minus 8 square equal to 16 square is 256 plus again 16 square is 256 plus 8 square is 64 equal to, what will get? 512, 16, 576 equal to, square root of 576 is 24. Now we got magnitude of this vector, that is 24. Now we can find out unit vector. Therefore, required perpendicular unit vector. Equal to, how to find out unit vector? This vector, our vector is a plus b cross a minus b divided by magnitude of a plus b cross a minus b. Just like we can find out unit vector, we have to use plus or minus. What is this? A plus B vector cross A minus B vector. This, isn't it? 16I minus 16J minus 8K. Divide by magnitude of this vector is 24. 24, you can use plus or minus. The short part I am going to write in here, keep in mind, equal to 16 divided by 24 plus or minus 16 divided by 24 I. Then in here minus means minus or plus. Again 16 divided by 24 J. Then last minus means minus plus 8K divided by 24 equal to plus or minus. Simplify this one using by 8 we can use, isn't it? 2 by 3I vector minus plus in here also 2 by 3J vector last minus plus 1 by 3 K vector. This is our required unit vector. Just pause the video or write down in your notebook. Keep in mind this last part in here only. Next question, question number 3. If a unit vector A vector, okay, in here one vector given A vector, that is unit vector. Unit vector means magnitude of A vector is 1 unit. Makes an angle pi by 3 with I, pi by 4 with J, and acute angle theta with K. Then find theta and hence the components of A vector. In here two questions are there. First we have to find out angle between that A vector and K vector. That is first question. Second question is we have to find out components of A vector. That is scalar component of A vector. If you consider this x-axis, this y-axis, and next one is z-axis. One unit vector is there, A vector. Listen. A vector is a unit vector. Already given the angle between I means unit vector of x-axis, this is I. J means unit vector of y-axis. K means unit vector of z-axis. Angle between I and A vector is pi by 3. This angle is pi by 3. Then angle between A vector and J vector, this two they are given pi by 4. Okay, pi by 4. Angle between K vector and our unit vector, this total angle is theta. This theta we have to find out first. What you will do? You studied direction cosines. What is direction cosines? L equal to cos alpha equal to x divided by modulus of A vector, then m equal to cos beta equal to y divided by modulus of A vector, then n equal to cos gamma equal to z divided by modulus of A vector. This like direction cosines we are already studied. In here what is alpha? Alpha means x, y, z. So one vector, A vector. In here angle between x-axis and our A vector is alpha. Then angle between y-axis and our vector is beta. Angle between z-axis and our vector is gamma. that is alpha, beta, gamma. X means A vector if you are writing xi plus yj plus zk. What is x? X means scalar component of I vector, y means scalar component of j vector, z means scalar component of k vector. Okay, already we have studied introduction of exercise 10.1. Let A vector equal to, I am going to consider one A vector, that is A1i, A2j, A3k. This is our given A vector is a unit vector Unit vector means magnitude of that vector is 1. We can write magnitude of a vector, that is square root of a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square equal to 1 unit. Just give this equation number 1. Now we can take direction cosines. Direction cosines. First, cos alpha equal to cos alpha in here, that is angle between x-axis and our a vector, that is pi by 3 equal to x divided by modulus of a vector. X in here, what is scalar component of I, that is a1 divided by modulus of a vector. Cos pi by 3. Pi by 3 means 60 degree, isn't it? Cos 60 value how much? Cos 60 value is 1 by 2 equal to a1 divided by magnitude of a vector is 1 unit. Then 1 by 2 equal to a1. We got a1 equal to 1 by 2. Then next direction cosine is cos beta equal to, can write cos beta means angle between y axis and our vector, that is pi by 4 equal to a2, that is scalar component of j vector, that is a2 divided by magnitude of a vector. Pi by 4, that is cos 45 will be 1 by root 2 equal to a2 divided by, what is the value of magnitude of a, that is 1, no need to write. We got now a2 also. Then cos gamma equal to cos gamma means how much in here already given, that is angle between z axis and our vector is theta. Theta equal to cos theta equal to a3 divided by magnitude of a vector. Cos theta equal to a3 how much? Same a3, isn't it? A3 means scalar component of k vector. Then magnitude of a vector is 1. I need to write. Now we are going to use equation number 1 from equation number 1. What is equation number 1? That is magnitude of a vector equal to square root of a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square equal to 1. We can give all the values. A1 square, A1 is 1 by 2, 1 by 2 square. A2 is 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 square plus A3 is cos theta. We can write cos square theta equal to, here square is there, that's why I given here also square. This square root bring to right side, that will be square. 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4, isn't it? 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4. plus 1 by root 2 square will be 1 by root 2 square is 2 plus cos square theta equal to 1 square is 1. Take LCM. What is LCM in this part? That will be 4, isn't it? Then 1 plus in here 2, because denominator only 2. We return 4. Cos square theta equal to 1. 1 plus 2, 3, isn't it? We will get in here 3 by 4. This 3 by 4 bring to right side. Cos square theta equal to 1 minus 3 by 4. Cos theta equal to 4. 1 into 4, 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. Then the square bring to right side, that will be square root. Then cos theta equal to 1 by 2. Cos theta equal to 1 by 2. When this cos theta will be 1 by 2, that is cos pi by 3, cos 60, isn't it? Got it? We got theta equal to pi by 3. Theta value got it. Now we need components. Components of a vector. A1, A2, A3. This is component of a vector. Then in here A1 is, already got it, 1 by 2. A2 is 1 by root 2. 1 by 2, 1 by root 2. Then A3 is cos theta. Cos theta already got it in here. Cos theta is 1 by 2. These are our components of a vector. Now just pause the video, write down in your notebook. When you write, starting from here, then up to here, then 1, 2, 3, like that only. Question number 4, show that A minus B cross A plus B equal to 2A cross B vectors. First we can take LHS. LHS equal to A vector minus B vector cross A vector plus B vector. Now we can remove bracket. First A vector minus B vector cross first term, A vector plus again A vector minus B vector cross second term, that is B vector. This all the term using by first term, multiple, take cross product, then again A minus B into second term, A cross A. Next minus B cross A plus in here also A cross B minus B cross B. Next, you already studied A cross A equal to 0 because this is A vector. Again we are using same vector, A vector, but an angle between that vector will be, angle is 0, isn't it? Then A cross A, formula is magnitude of A vector, magnitude of B vector, sine theta n cap. Then in here theta is 0, isn't it? Sine 0 is 0. Then 0 into all the time, you will get answer 0 only, isn't it? Then A cross A equal to 0. Then B cross B, that also same, equal to 0. Introduction of exercise 10.4 already was studied. Next, A cross B equal to minus B cross A. Cross product is not commutative. isn't it? You have to take one minus. These two things we will use in here. A cross A is 0 minus this one we can interchange A cross B. Look in here we have to write one minus, so B cross A, when you write A cross B, what you will do? We have to write one minus, minus A cross B. This part no need to change, A cross B minus B cross B equal to 0. Minus into minus plus A cross B, again plus A cross B equal to 2 times repeated, isn't it? 2 into A cross B. These are our RHS. These two things how to understand. A cross A equal to 0, B cross B equal to 0. Then cross product is not commutative. A cross B we can write minus B cross A only. Question number 5. Find lambda and nu if 2I plus 6j plus 27k cross I plus lambda j plus nu k equal to 0 vector. One condition given in here, we have to find out lambda and nu. We can write given 2I plus 6j plus 27k cross I plus lambda j plus nu k vector equal to 0 vector. How to find out cross product? We will use a determinant method, that is determinant of I, j, k. In first row we will write I, j, k. Then in second row the scalar component of first vector 2, 6, 27. In third row from here scalar component of second vector. In here 1 lambda nu. Equal to 0 vector we can write 0I plus 0j plus 0k. This 0 vector. Then we can take determinant I vector into, leave it first column, first row, then 6 into nu, 6 nu minus lambda into 27, we can write 27 lambda. This is plus, next will be minus only, isn't it? Minus j. Leave it second column, first row. Then remaining 2, 27, 1 nu, isn't it? 2 into nu is 2 nu minus 1 into 27 is 27. Plus minus again plus k vector. Leave it first, third column, first row. Then remaining 2, 6, 1 lambda, isn't it? Multiple 2 into lambda, 2 lambda, 2 lambda minus 1 to 6, 6 equal to 0I, 0j, 0k. Now we can equate in I term lambda and nu is there. Okay, just leave it first term. In second term only nu. From here we can find out nu. Then comparing scalar components of j and k vector. What is scalar component j vector? Minus is there, keep in mind, minus, this minus, then 2 nu minus 2, 27. This is scalar component of j vector, right side 0. And scalar component k vector is 2 lambda minus 6. 2 lambda minus 6, right side 0. Then this minus no need to write, isn't it? This minus, if you bring right side, that will be minus 0. No problem. Then 2 new equal to minus 27, bring to right side, plus 27. New equal to 27 divided by this 2. Okay, and in here 2 lambda equal to minus 6, bring to right side, plus 6 lambda equal to 6 divided by 2 equal to 3. And we got answer lambda is 3, nu equal to 27 divided by 2.